In 1971, my family lived in San Antonio, Texas, and my father had just finished his residency in plastic surgery. He was considering staying in San Antonio and become the first Hispanic plastic surgeon in San Antonio. Before he signed the lease to his office in San Antonio, one of our neighbors, who was from Edinburgh, suggested to him to come drive down to the valley to see if the valley might not be a good place to start his plastic surgery practice. My dad did make the trip and fell in love with the Magic Valley. We moved to McAllen in Edinburgh in 1971, and he opened his practice. He was the first plastic surgeon in the Rio Grande Valley. He developed a cleft lip and palate team which serviced many kids throughout the region. I attended Edinburgh High School and graduated in 1982. I enjoyed my time here, and after that I spent 16 years studying in various places such as Harvard. I came back in 1998 and joined my dad in practice, and we had a good time together until 2004 when he retired. He was a very compassionate man. He was a very good physician. I could have stayed in other cities, stayed in Houston, Dallas, or other places, but I decided that I was going to come back home very early on. I enjoyed growing up here. I enjoyed the culture and the people down here. I enjoyed the food. I knew it was a great place. It would be a great place to raise kids. As a matter of fact, my kids are in public school here in Edinburgh. In 2007, my father did pass away, and that was unfortunate for me, but I did get to practice with him for several years. In 2005, he was actually awarded this award by the American Society of Plastic Surgeons for all the humanitarian service he provided to the Rio Grande Valley in South Texas as the first plastic surgeon in South Texas. He was a great inspiration to me. And because of that, I continued to be active in my community. I helped with the Cub Scouts. I was a Cub Scout master. I helped my son through the Boy Scouts, and hopefully he's going to get his Eagle Scout this year. I became a faculty member at the local medical school, and actually I was awarded this little award as outstanding faculty as voted upon by the medical students at the medical school in Harlingen. I've also had the opportunity to begin forming the Harvard Club, and I've interviewed many of the Valley students who have attended Harvard over the past decade. As far as plastic surgery is concerned, I wasn't content with just finishing my training. I've stayed very active in the field of plastic surgery. I've served on many committees, including the Safety Committee. I've been on the Board of Directors of the Aesthetic Society. I've written articles and chapters and books. But one of the things I'm most proud of is I'm currently an officer for the Texas Society of Plastic Surgeons, and in a few years I will be the president of the Texas Society of Plastic Surgeons, the first plastic surgeon from the Rio Grande Valley to ever have that distinction. So you can see the Rio Center for Plastic Surgery is not just a practice that was set up overnight. It's a practice that has been here for over 40 years. My father was the first plastic surgeon here, and I've continued that tradition on. But I can say that there's probably not a week that goes by that I don't run into one of his patients, and they tell me some story about him and how compassionate and what a great doctor he was. He's always been an inspiration to me, and if I can just live up to what he's done, I think my practice will be very successful, and I think my patients will benefit from that. Thanks for visiting the Rios Center for Plastic Surgery, and this is just a little history about our practice.